My name is Mr. Kringstad. I'm a high school science teacher, and I'm going to talk to you about FlipGrid. FlipGrid is an online engagement assessment tool that I've used in my classroom for kids to record videos and answer questions. Um, it is a free app or technology to use, and it is something that you can use on any device. They can download this and use it on a laptop, desktop, iPad. The kids can use their phones, and it's a way for them to record a response video instead of our normal assessment. Sometimes of posing a question, having them write out a paragraph, and not vocalize what they're learning. If you go into the login here, you'll see that it'll take you to your grid, to your setup, and I only have one grid here, which is my New Salem Almont Science page. You're limited in how many topics you can have in the free version, but again, when you're done with the topic, you can simply go and delete that topic and create a new one. You can have multiple at a time, but eventually there is a limited storage unless you do the paid version. I have one topic here. I posed a question to my physical science kids about the structure of an atom and its overall charges. I can look down here and see that I have 21 video responses from my students. I can see the date that they posted the video. I can see how many views there are for each video. And if, as I watch through these, maybe something was inappropriate, I don't want other kids to see that, I can go and hide that video. But what's really amazing to me is, of the 21 responses from our physical science kids, these videos have been watched 1,042 times, which doesn't even seem possible. And I promise you, it's not other ninth graders in other schools searching FlipGrid to watch our kids talk about atoms. This is our students in our ninth grade watching their peers over 1,000 times. You can see Brady Brandt's video has 70 overall views. Ben's has 94 views. Levi's has 27 views. Erica has 117 views. So if our kids are watching their peers talk about atoms, 50 times, at some point that information is going to stick, even if it's subconsciously. It'll also show you your total engagement for your topic. There's 14.5 hours of engagement here. That's students making the videos and also watching them. Let's say I pick a video. We're going to watch Maverick's video here.
Hey, it's Maverick.
So he will have a certain response time that I can set, whether it's 30 seconds, a minute, 5 minutes. I can control the overall length of the video. They don't have to use that full time.
Electrons.
You can see here that he can interact with the screen and draw different things on there. He can type out headings and add different pictures. There's a grading rubric right here where I can give him video feedback. I can grade his ideas and performance. I can leave him notes that only he will see. Obviously, this won't go straight to PowerSchool, but it's something that you can jot down on the side, and whether you want to grade these videos out of 10 or 15 points. You can see that Maverick was working in the library. If I were to go and look at Levi's, for example.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking about atoms.
Okay, you can see that he's using his phone. He downloaded the app to record his response. If we go look at Brady Brandt's,
I'm going to be talking about the structure of an atom.
you can see that he did this at home. And again, he's utilizing and drawing out the different parts of the atom in his description. So it's crazy how much our kids, want to see what their peers are doing. And in a situation like this where I ask a question about, atomic structure, it's going to be a very concrete answer. And I really think where this can be beneficial is in opinion-based questions. So you're going to get a lot of variance in your responses from your students. Now, this isn't what the students will see when they log on. How this works is you give your students a flip code. Okay, you can see here. And when your students log into FlipGrid, they will enter a flip code. And when you enter that in, this is for my overall science class, it'll take them to a screen that looks like this, New Salem Almont Science. Shows my name because I'm the person who runs the FlipGrid. It'll show their question, and they can see all of their peers' response videos. And they can go and click on these and watch every single one of these videos. And they can watch them as many times as they want. They could rewatch them. You can notice with like Canes, for example, he's using some funky background, and I could, dock him for that if I didn't want him to be using that. But there's a lot of different things. They'll ask for like a little thumbnail picture they'll take here that they can decorate, so I can see obviously what student is which. Okay, and again, it's not like kids just enter these videos and they're done. Over 1,000 views and almost 15 hours of engagement on just one question, and it's you should see the kids' faces when you first tell them that it's not just me who's going to be able to see your video. All of you are going to be able to watch your peers' videos, and their eyes get all big and they go, "Oh, this is going to be awful," and they act like they're not, that thrilled about it. But the kids work at it. They watch them a bunch, and afterwards you can tell that they kind of enjoy the process, and it's something they're comfortable doing. With our kids working with their technologies and Snapchats, this is something that's right down their alley in a way for you to be able to assess what do they know in a verbal sense, not always just a written format. And again, I really think the strength in this is going to be, if you're teaching government and you were to ask, which one of the amendments do you believe is most important to your overall freedoms, explain why. You could be an English teacher reading a novel, and in chapters 1 through 5, give a video response on who's your favorite character so far and why. And then, you're going to get a large variance of engagement with your students. So I hope this is a tool that you could potentially use in your classroom as a technology component, as an engagement component, as a communication component, and just to mix things up a little bit, let kids have fun with this process, and show what they know in a different form. So I hope that helps. Hope it's something you can use. Thanks for listening.